Have you ever noticed your shadow seems to have a life of its own? In the morning, it's this long, stretched out giant following you, but by lunchtime, it's just a tiny puddle at your feet. This isn't magic, it's a secret message from our planet telling us a story about time, light, and our place in the universe. The story starts with what looks like the sun's journey. We see it rise in the east, climb high overhead, and then set in the west. But here's the big secret. The sun isn't actually the one moving across our sky. We are. The Earth is spinning like a giant top, and this spin is what makes the sun appear to travel. Scientists call this the apparent motion of the sun. Our 24-hour day is just one full spin of our planet. So, how does this spinning planet create our dancing shadows? It's simple, really. A shadow is just a place where light has been blocked. Light from the sun travels in perfectly straight lines. When you stand outside, your body, which is opaque, gets in the way. You block the light from hitting the ground behind you, creating a dark shape. You have the source, the sun, you have the object, that's you, and you have the surface, the ground. The real trick is the shadow's length. That all depends on where the sun is in the sky. Imagine pointing a flashlight at a toy soldier. If you hold the light low, the soldier casts a long, dramatic shadow. But if you hold the flashlight directly overhead, the shadow becomes a tiny little spot. The sun works the exact same way. This creates a clear, predictable pattern every single day. Let's walk through it. In the morning, around 9 a.m., the sun is low in the east. This means it casts long shadows that point in the opposite direction, toward the west. As the morning goes on, the Earth keeps turning and the sun climbs higher in the sky. By noon, the sun is at its highest point, almost directly above us. And just like with our flashlight, the shadow becomes the shortest it will be all day. It practically vanishes. Then, as the afternoon wears on, the sun starts to sink toward the west. The shadows get long again, but now they've switched sides. A 3 p.m. shadow will stretch out towards the east. This reliable cycle is how people told time for thousands of years. Before anyone had a watch, they had sundials, often just a stick in the ground. By watching the shadow move, they knew when it was time to work, eat, or rest. It was a giant cosmic clock. You can even be a shadow scientist yourself. All you need is some chalk. Have a friend stand in one spot in the morning and trace their shadow. Come back at noon and trace it again, then one more time in the afternoon. You'll see a visual record of the Earth spinning. The shadow will have walked around your friend, changing its shape and size. By measuring it, say with your own footprints, you're collecting data that proves the mechanics of our solar system. And this dance of light and dark isn't just happening here. On the moon, which has no air to scatter light, shadows are incredibly dark and sharp. And during a solar eclipse, we get to see the moon's own shadow fall upon the Earth. Understanding shadows helps us build better cities. Architects use this science to design buildings that stay cool in the summer, and farmers know where to plant crops that need the most sun. So the next time you see your shadow, remember what it's telling you. It's not just a dark patch on the ground. It's a real-time indicator of a spinning planet orbiting a star in a vast and rhythmic universe. It's a story about the sky, written right at your feet.